Hey, what's up everyone, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog here, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the extra video for Sonic Events. Despite the fact that it doesn't have that much extras thing going on, apart from the fact that we can able to explore quite a number of modes, as you can see. As you can see, we're actually going to be able to entering Tiny Chao Garden, which, if you remember from Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, that once again we got ourselves a Chao Garden, except the fact that the difference is this time around, it calls it Tiny Chao Garden, meaning about the fact that due to the handheld's limitations or something. So either way though, and yeah, much like in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, that basically you can able to actually just defeat your Chao, and especially noticeable with the forms of, what else? Trying to name your Chao, and also give some of the toys to one of your Chaos. And also, as you can see on this little status report, as you can see right here, that it gets like some different categories like swim, fly, run, power, and stamina. And the key factor about the Tiny Chao Garden, specifically on the Nintendo's platform, is the fact that the main selling points for this particular Tiny Chao Garden, even on Sonic Events, Sonic Events 2, and even the forms of Sonic Pinball Party, if you want to include that, because of how the fact that this game does rely on you with the Game Boy Advance cable link. Meaning about the fact that if you want to able to transfer your Chao to the Nintendo GameCube console, specifically if you're able to obtain either Sonic Adventure 2 Battle or Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut, so that way you can able to actually transfer your Chao on the Game Boy Advance to the Nintendo GameCube right there. So even though that'll be the actual unique selling points in terms of, you know, Sonic Adventure DX as well as Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, even though it technically does that before in the VMU for the Sega Dreamcast, but obviously because of how the fact that, well, it's hard to explain about that sometimes. So, and by the way, with those rings, as you can see that we actually got, basically, if you press the L button, this will what allows you to actually access to the shop menu. So even then though, if you want to spend on something, if you really want to, well, level up your Chao, then by all means you can do that. And as you can see, that since we've already done one of those mini-games, in fact you can able to actually access to two mini-games. One of them is of course the card matching game, and another one, as you can see right here, we're actually playing rock, paper, scissors, meaning about the fact that we need to do some sort of like a quicker timing reaction to the forms of that particular rock, paper, scissors card you want to bet. So, if you ever played rock, paper, scissors before, you know exactly how this plays out to be. So either way though, and by the way, when you play those mini games in general, you can able to actually grind for more rings, so that way you can able to actually buy even more fruit, or even especially noticeable with some of these other rare Chao eggs and stuff like that, and even other toys worth mentioning. So as you can see, since we actually already purchased the trumpet, it actually only cost about 1,000 rings, but then eventually the actual item will start to change into a rubber ducky, and I think that actually costs about 2,000 rings, which is a little bit expensive, and yeah, that's as far as I can usually show this off in terms of Tiny Chao Garden, but hey, at least it's managed able to work out pretty nicely. So either way though, of course whenever we get on to Sonic Events 2, and I'm probably not going to be going for Sonic Pinball Party because it is the most difficult game I've ever played on the Game Boy Advance Sonic game. But anyway, the next thing we're going to be showing off to you guys is the fact that there was actually a cheat that you can able to actually insert it with. So for instance, I managed to press up, right, down, right, L, right, R, right, and A, and then if you manage to select Sonic, and if you manage to hear that particular ring sound effect, or that particular random sound effect, this allows you to able to actually play Sonic the Hedgehog 2 mode in the forms of in Sonic Events, meaning about the fact that you, in addition to able to select Sonic from the start, but also as you can see on screen, we have Tails along with us, so meaning about the fact that it's almost like a throwback to the forms of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, as well as Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. So, it's pretty cool though, especially noticeable how the fact that you can able to play us on the go, but You know, much like in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and especially noticeable with Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles, sometimes Tails will help you out throughout the entire journey, but most of the time he just always wants to mess you up at certain points, which, I don't know if many people seem to be able to actually do this though, but I just want to show this off just for the sake of clarity for a throwback to, you know, the Mega Drive 16-bit era. So even then though, it's pretty cool as the actual cheat itself. Although there's also another set of cheats I would like to show off, but, well, it wasn't until whenever we, show that off until at some point later on throughout the majority until likely next year or something. But then again, no, let's not get ahead of ourselves at this point just yet right now. But anyway. So, you know, you get the idea for that specific matter, though, because of how the fact that, well, obviously, that much like in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, every once in a while, though, is the fact that Tails will able to actually follow you around. Although, kind of thinking about it, though, is the fact that I just wish there was actually a moveset that you can able to actually hop onto Tails for a little bit of a flight time, which, unlike the remastered versions of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the iOS versions, basically you can able to do that. But anyway, so the last thing we can show off is the options menu, which basically it allows you to go to certain menus, like for instance the player data, so that you can type your name in, as well as the difficulty select. You can select either easy or normal mode. It's a shame there was no hard mode, which I was expecting they were able to actually bring hard modes to the table, but it wasn't, so. And also you can able to turn on or off the time up mode, as well as the language selector, which you can able to actually change the actual text to Japanese if you want, or especially English, or France, or Dutch, or anything else for that resides. And I do apologize for that particular flickeriness at the moment because of how the fact that, well, I'm still playing this on the emulator. So there's also the button configuration mode, especially noticeable with the delete save data, but I really not recommend doing that after going through a lot of special stages that you always have trouble with. So, and lastly is the sound test, which much like in any other, well, specifically since Sonic Adventure and stuff like that, especially with Sonic Jam on the Sega Saturn, basically you can able to listen to cool soundtracks in the entirety of the Sonic games. Like, I think there are about 42 songs in total, and in addition to able to listen to the Sonic Advance soundtrack, there are some cool throwbacks to the other Sonic games from the past. Like, for instance, track number 19 is actually a soundtrack from the multiplayer version of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Emerald Hill Zone. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And I actually have to admit though, I actually really enjoy the Game Boy Advance counterpart of that particular track. And then on track 21, or in this case 20, it actually gives us the actual Scrap Brain Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 1. And the Invincibility theme in track number 21 is actually a throwback to Sonic 1 and Sonic the Hedgehog 2, so that's pretty cool. Track number 22 is actually Starlight Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Track number 23 is actually a boss theme from Sonic the Hedgehog 1, so that's pretty swell. And lastly, track number 24 is actually the boss theme from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So that's a pretty cool throwback, because I can still consider this to be the true definition of the true Sonic the Hedgehog 4 in my opinion. And I'm sure most fans already agree to that. So either way though, I guess that's all I can say in terms of likely some extra stuff of how this game offers us to. I know there's definitely technically time attack mode, which is self-explanatory, so that you can able to compete against with someone in time, and that's as far as I can usually think about that. So either way though, I hope you guys are able to actually enjoy this particular Let's Play, myself included, despite the actual frame rate is actually got a little bit jinxed up every now and then, but apart from that side of things, that though is actually not too bad. So this is me, Sonic the Hedgehog, from the likes of the Maxi Toys, and I suppose next up, in terms of Sonic Advance trilogy of games, next up is of course Sonic Advance 2. So I hope you guys may be looking forward to that though, and I should probably get some more chili dogs, and then I'll see you guys at some point soon. Later fellas.